is a place.
No, no, no. Home is a feeling.
Home is my motherland.
It's more where you feel alive and inspired.
Well, I think we're talking about the same thing, aren't we? Home is where our story begins.
What's your story?
Homesick at Home every Friday from 9 to 10 p.m.
On Radio Van 103.1 with Ina MK
and Rina D.
Shot City, I'm coming home again.
Good evening, dear listeners of Radio Van. This is Friday night and we're here in our studio. And as the protests are going on outside, we will try to keep your mood a little bit positive. And of course, I'm here with my co-host Rina D. And yes, hello, Rina. I'm fine. How are you?
Good evening, Ina. Good evening to our listeners and to our guest, Sako.
We're not alone here tonight in our studio, and our guest is Sako, the fitness coach. Woohoo!
Hello.
Hello. How do you feel?
Well, we're trying to feel better.
Is the coach comfortable for the coach? Couch for the coach.
I think the couch for the coach is pretty comfy.
Okay, nice. So let's start from the beginning. Where were you born, raised?
Beginning, I was born in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I was raised in Aleppo in the beginning, then moved back to Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
I went to an American school, so I'm American educated. And then we transferred back to Syria, and I grew up there.
Okay, so and why Armenia? What's the story of moving here?
Well, when the problems occurred in Syria, we were thinking like it's either the Middle East, and then I think it's like we were thinking the further you go away from the Middle East, it's the better. Of course, we have our mother country, motherland. We didn't think about going to Europe or Canada or the States as many of the people. I don't know, we directly thought that we could come here and settle here. And that's how it was.
So you've moved around a lot, from Saudi Arabia to Syria to Beirut, studying in Beirut, now Armenia. Now when you think about it, where is home?
I've moved around pretty much. Wherever I've stayed, I've considered home. Like I was born in Riyadh, and they say when you're born in a specific country, something attracts you to that country. Till now, I really like Saudi Arabia. As they say, it attracts me. I consider it my home. I was raised back, like after in my teenage years, I was raised in Syria. All my friends, all my community, yeah, I consider that my home also. I studied in Beirut, but that was a short period, so I didn't get really stable living situation. But when I moved back to Armenia, like wherever you go, you're in diasporan Armenian in other countries. Like when we came here, it's different. You're in your country. Like they cannot say you're okay. They do mention us as diasporan Armenian, but it's different. It's a different way. Like so. It's more comfortable. I feel like nobody bothers me. Like we don't have that racism and all that. So it's much comfortable.
So these you consider as attractions here, or can you mention other things that?
Of course, I don't consider these as attractions, but at the end, like the country itself as physical beauty, that alone doesn't only attract me, it attracts a couple of million tourists a year.
Yeah.
Second of all, like the people attract also. I've made a lot of friends, a lot of community, vast community here, and it was kind of hard at first to really understand the difference in mentality, the difference in culture. It was kind of hard, yeah. But then I've settled, and I'm pretty comfortable with that, and that's like I'm safe. I feel safe. Okay, today there are a couple of protests, but we've seen these before, so it's just a short period of time. It settles, whatever it is, but it settles.
Hopefully towards the best.
And I have a question. We read in your bio that you were studying in business area, and then you wanted to become an architect, and then all the way to fitness. Why did you make this decision, and was it easy, or do you miss?
I've actually
Do you
done a
miss
lot of.
something you've done before?
I've done a lot of stuff. I was studying business in LAU in Beirut. I've moved back to Syria. I've set diamonds and jewelry for 6 years, so I know that also.
Diamond setter.
Yeah.
Too.
After that, I entered university again, and I studied interior design for 4 years.
Wow.
I worked for 6 years in that business, and I had my work was okay until the problem started. Then gradually it deteriorated. At during the problems, I still continued to work. I was a tutor at different institutes in the university. I was teaching, but then my wife said, "No, you have to leave the country. It's just too dangerous." So when I came to Armenia,
We remember that story. So.
Yeah, she was the one that pushed me.
She told us.
When I came to this country, to Armenia, I continued my studies in interior design and Polytechnic. I continued my master's. I finished my master's. But then I thought that if I wanted to start this business here, first of all, the terminology is very difficult for me since I don't know any Russian. Okay, we know a bit now, a couple of words, okay? So it was hard for me. And then I thought that it's logical that in my business, for me to finish a project, I need almost like 10 months until I start the design, until the customer agrees, and everything. 10 months. That's one project. So I need like 4 to 5 years to get my business rolling, and I don't have that time.
That's a bit.
I don't have that time, especially when I moved and I have a child now. That my daughter was born 100% made in Armenia, so I don't have that time. So I thought of doing something different, and it was a hobby for me. My going to the gym, and I got into the business. That's how it happened.
Very interesting. We want to say hello to Nanik.
Yeah,
she was a guest.
We really hope that she'd be with you today.
She was our guest a couple of months ago, I think, yes. Yeah. We say hello to her. I'm sure she's listening right now.
Yeah, of course she is. Hi, Nanik. Hi, Nanik. Come visit us sometime.
Yes, we miss you.
We miss you.
Okay, you mentioned that fitness is a passion, one of your passions, if it's not the passion you have. What's so exciting about it for you?
It gets my adrenaline high. Like it's something that really motivates. Okay, sometimes we really go, and when we want to work out, like we're very down, stressed. It's not always euphoria. It's not always like a good day and everything. But we push ourselves, like we push to the limit so we can continue. And then it just rolls. And during that time, like it gets our adrenaline high and it balances our bodies, like our hormones. And when it balances our bodies, I start to think more clearly afterwards. And when I have a problem, I start to think more clearly. When I have a marketing strategy I have to think about for my business, it's just everything is so clear after that. So, as I said, like it's not my passion. It's one of my passions.
It is.
I can say, and I'm pretty happy about it because when I came to this country, I didn't know a single person, not a single person. Like I'm talking about it before. I was coming from the airport. I was looking around. Like I don't know anyone. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to rent a house. Nothing. I just put myself on the plane, and I was here. And now I own 3 chains. I'm running a business. Like most all of Yerevan knows me, and I'm pretty happy about that.
It's great to hear the start of the story, and now we need to go on a little break and to keep on discovering Nanik's husband, Sako.
We have to do that.
Fitness coach in our studio. Stay tuned. This is Homesick at Home. Ռեն խուշացար, պրիտոմ չզանգեցիր, պրոպկա էր։
Հայերեն խոսիր հասկնամ։
Ռեն, ինչու ուշացար, ընդ որում չզանգահարեցիր, խցանում էր։ Ինչեր? Never mind.
Չէ, ասե ինչեր։
This isn't gonna work. Typical repeat.
Oh, here she goes again.
And I'll be doing it every Friday with you on Radio Van.
Homesick at home.
Homesick at Home, and we're back in our studio. And Rena, ինչու ուշացար? Why were you late today?
You know the story today.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the story
So
today.
you were walking and no cars available?
Yes.
What was going
Roads were
on?
blocked. I had to walk down the steps from Cascade to here.
Okay, so let's remind our listeners and those who just tuned in that our guest is Sako the coach, and he's gonna discover his life story, share with us, and also share some tips and secrets of healthy lifestyle. So before we get to this, Sako, what do you think about the situation now in our city? Do you participate, or you kind of watch what's going on?
How can I put this? That's a tough question for me. For me, like, I don't like the situation because it reminds me. It's a nostalgia. It reminds me of the chaos that we went through.
Mm-hmm.
It all started like this. So I don't like chaos. I don't like anarchy. Whatever is for the good to be, for the good of the people, let it be.
Mm-hmm.
And I participate for the good of the people, whatever it is. That's about it.
That's a pretty good way to put it. Yes. But I just realized something. I think you don't like it when someone calls you the coach, Sako.
Because I'm not the coach.
Yeah, because the expression on his face was like, okay.
Like I'm the CEO of my business. I don't train. Like when we have people clients in my gym, I don't train them. I have an application, online application, which I train online. But physical training, it's very little. Like if there's a new client, I want them to get used to the gym. Okay, I enter.
Okay, but
introduce myself.
But in your bio that you've sent,
And that's for the application.
Okay, I have to put some, argument here.
Yeah.
It says
Fitness
a
coach.
fitness model and a healthy lifestyle coach. Okay, so but okay, should we call you guru or
I don't know.
a trainer?
How would you introduce yourself to someone?
I don't know. I do just about everything, so I don't have a specific title, I guess. Okay, it's okay if it's a coach. Lifestyle coach.
Okay.
Okay, I convinced him.
Okay. Let's move on. So, are there any specific projects that you have right now, or you just have a standard program that you do? Can you share us a little bit about your uniqueness of your program and what you do and how people
Program
can
as in
sport, in fitness?
Okay. Specific project is my the application that we've launched. The application, the uniqueness in the application, it's called Sako K-PEP, which is personal, exclusive, and private. It's that because it's on a platform, which I'm the only Armenian, by the way, on that platform. And on that platform are all mostly like a lot of Eastern celebrities, singers, actors, which have millions of followers on Instagram and Facebook.
Cool.
And I'm the only Armenian till now, I can put it that way, in that. So I'm trying my best to make it successful. Okay, same time I have to look at my business also, because I have a lot of competition going on. So it's hard for me to balance everything at the same time.
So how can people see this application? How can they subscribe to it? In what way?
The application is on Google Store and Apple iTunes. So it's just you go on and you write Sako K Pep.
PEP.
Yeah, and you get the application. It just pops up. You download it. It has free content. It has paid content. The paid content, of course, is
Individual
when you wanna one-on-one training with full programs, diets, sometimes fashion tips, because everyone, like, according to their body type, they're short, they cannot wear specific types of clothing, fashion, it will make them look shorter and maybe fatter or something. So everything has its aesthetic rules.
So who helps you run this application? Do you have a team, or is it you and Nanik, or what is it?
Yeah, my project manager is my wife, Nani. Yeah, she helps me. I know where you're getting. She helps me, like, to organize everything, like my photo shoots, my videos, the content that I'm gonna have to put, and all that. Like, if it's in writing, I do the content, of course, but what kind of content that's needed, she does, like, a lot of the research and all that. I just provide the info, and of course sometimes whatever is on paper you cannot actually do it in real life. So okay, maybe if something is put forward on the table for me, like, let's do this, and I see if it's not applicable in real life, I say no, there's specific problems with this, we'll edit it, we'll change it, and that's how I'm working.
So Nanik is everywhere.
For now, yeah.
For now.
Oh, she's listening.
Sako, how did you earn your first salary? The very first one.
Very first salary, I think I earned it while I was working on my summer vacation. Usually our families back at home, like, when we finish school, you have to work in summer. You cannot just go around, like, in the streets and play and no. You have to be disciplined. You have to work in summer. So I started working as a jeweler at that time, because mostly all Armenians in Aleppo were jewelers.
How old were
For
you?
some point. So I earned my first salary, that it was, I think, when I was either 12 or 13.
Wow.
13 years old.
13 years old jeweler.
Cool. That's pretty
Maybe
normal.
I was just making coffee, but
that's how
I
it
was
starts.
working. Yeah, that's how it starts.
I was just wiping the diamond.
Yeah, clearing the floor.
So, Sako, you have, even if I say so myself, a successful business. You've been here for...
I've come
Armenia.
to Yerevan in 2012, October 23.
So almost 6 years.
Yeah, in 6 months it will be 6 years. First year or two, I've tried some other stuff. I started my master's, so I wasn't even looking for work or trying to start a business. After that, I started the business, the gym business, as I said. And then after I started, actually the gyms were already in operation, but it was lack of management. There was no management, nothing, no branding, nothing at all. And they were even going to close down the gyms. I remember. So I talked over that I want to invest in, and I'm going to take it over. And that's how it happened. And I opened the third branch. I did it all myself. I brought in the equipment and everything. And I managed, and I branded, rebranded, remarketed it. And now it's like a brand now.
Can you talk about it? You have 3 different locations.
Yeah.
It's called...
My gyms are Star Gyms in Yerevan. One is in Arami Street on Mashtots Prospect. One is inside the American University in the new building, Baramian 40, and one is in the American Business Center in Alik Manukyan 9. And that's the newest one and the biggest one. And I manage the three businesses. I have more than 12 trainers. Most of the athletes that join competitions in domestic competitions in Yerevan and Armenia and abroad, they are prepared in my gym.
Wow, that's really
Cool. By the way, we also have an application, Radio Van, which can be downloaded both on iOS and Androids, and you can listen to and watch us right now anywhere you go, anywhere you are. And also you can watch our show right now on www.radiovan.fm, which is our website, and also our Facebook page. So if you don't have a frequency, go ahead and watch us live right now, and maybe you will hear some very useful advice from our guest. And let's move on. So what would you recommend for people who are hesitating and dreaming from, I don't know, year to year to start this healthy lifestyle, fitness, and they just are afraid or they're too lazy to do the first step?
There are numerous kind of people. There are people that are too lazy.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that are maybe they're afraid to go to the gym because a lot of people who's gonna look at them. There are these.
they feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, they feel uncomfortable, and there are people that are just not motivated.
Mm-hmm.
So the gym is a very hard place for someone to get attached to. That's why when somebody comes, I personally sometimes interfere and I want to like train them on the first day, go easy on them, because like people here think if I train them and they hurt the second day, then that I've done something good. Yeah, but if you do that to a new client on the first day, they'll never come back because they're gonna hurt so much. They're gonna say, "Oh no."
So psychology has a big part.
That's what I was gonna.
And
We do it all the time.
Yeah.
in physical tier, when like here abroad, if you're studying masters in physical education, they teach psychology. You should know your client. You should know, like, understand what they need. According to that, like people just come. They want someone to push them.
Of course.
So that's why they train with trainers. A lot of stuff like that's why when they come to the gym, that first couple of trainings are the hardest. Let them get attached. Let them feel comfortable as if they're at home.
Homesick at home.
But I would never do something like that at home. I'm among those people who needs someone to push them and
I think
watch them and
Like
warn
if I had
them.
a gym at my home, maybe I wouldn't go to that gym.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I need to go outside my house. I need to really go with the car or walk to the gym. I need to see people. Like sometimes people want to train when the gym is empty. I like audience. I like to train when there are people. Like maybe talk, maybe mingle a bit. Because you cannot just train like without talking.
I mean, I like audience, but I'd like to train by myself.
Yeah, sometimes people are uncomfortable.
You can sing and train both.
But your trainers are pretty good in what they do, because my daughter comes to your gym and I know what they do with her. I mean, I want to say hi to Chris, her trainer.
Since I have a lot of, as I said, 12, 13 trainers, each trainer, I know them specifically what they're good at. That's why when a customer comes, sometimes they contact me, I know where to send them. Like, I know what I ask the customer a couple of questions. Okay, I understand what they need. And according to that, I send them to that trainer. Maybe, they want, according to the location, they want, let's say, Baramian. Okay, in Baramian, I have 3-4 trainers. According to the customer's needs, I send them according to that trainer. So,
How do you understand what needs they have? How does that happen?
first of all, you tell them what's your goal. I mean, what's your plan? What you want? They
Because
want.
sometimes there are some people who want to gain weight, not lose, for instance.
Gaining is
Lucky
the hardest.
people.
Yeah.
Gaining is the hardest. Trust me. Like if I have stress and I don't eat for a single day, I lose a kilo maybe.
You're so
So
lucky.
yeah, it's all genetics. So like 2 days ago, somebody calls me.
My genetics.
Like 2 days ago, somebody calls me. And they're like, okay, my daughter wants to. They see me on Instagram. They call me. This woman, my daughter wants to come train with you. I said I don't train, but I have trainers. What do you need? They're like, okay, she wants to really in a short period of time lose weight. I'm like, okay, how short? She tells me the period.
3 days.
I'm like, no, it was like 6 months. And I was like, is that short? And then I'm like, okay, about that guy. I mean, what's the goal? And she's like, she wants to get married. So you have that also. You have that also. And I'm like, okay, no problem.
So what happened?
She started. She came.
Okay.
She's married now.
No,
Two
she's
kids.
not. No, she's about to get married. So we have to prepare a good
Good product.
figure.
Do you have a motto
Yeah.
in life?
Motto is my gym motto, which is it's not just a gym; it's a healthy life. It's a lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not just somewhere you go and you lift weights and everything. No, it's more than that. It's a whole. It turns into a lifestyle, and actually, it comes to a point where you enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that at first it's difficult, like to cut down sugar and everything, but then your body gets used to it and you enjoy it. So it's no biggie. I mean, for me, like they're all surprised. I eat everything.
Mm-hmm.
A month ago, I was eating burgers every day, three
Told
times
you
a day,
life
maybe.
is unfair.
Genetics.
No, it's not about genetics. It's
Genetics
about you
is
knowing what to
unfair.
do. So they didn't believe me. I'm like, okay, I'm taking shots. I'm posting them. Like I'm eating it. So
But did you swallow?
yeah, yeah.
She was trying to understand the secret. I was like, did you swallow?
Okay, Sako, you seem like you are, I know, but for those who are listening, a very constructive, very active person. What inspires you in life?
I always want more.
You always want more.
It's not about money. No. Okay, everyone wants to earn more money, but whatever I do, I cannot just sit there. Okay, my business is running. Look around. No, I always want more. Okay, I've done this. I accomplished it. Another short-term
Another challenge.
goal. I always have a long-term goal, but it's always short terms that I take it as a step, accomplish that, go on. Because if I don't do that, I'm bored.
So what's more now?
More now. For me, now I'm domestic.
Okay. He's a pretty good dad, by the way.
Yeah. For me, I'm domestic. And it's like Yerevan is a small place for me.
Okay, in that way.
Yeah. That's
Very,
fine.
very cool. I like that.
Do you have any secret talents?
Secret talents? I danced for like 10 years. I'm a dancer, I can say. But the bodybuilder and the dancer, yeah. Other than that, I don't know. I don't sing. I'm not a
But
good
do you
singer.
dance at home?
I don't dance at home, not in the shower.
Not even in. That would be tricky. Okay.
But do you enjoy any of the arts? I mean, anything specific that you enjoy a lot in the arts?
Actually, arts, yeah, because I've studied fine arts. So when I enjoyed design, aesthetic of design,
Okay.
like the golden ratio and all that. So when there's something aesthetic to my eye, like I stand and I really look at it. If it's really just Zen or modern, organic, I love organic, by the way. I enjoy it. So that kind of art I enjoy. But dancing, yes, I enjoy dancing. That's it. Like those kind of arts for me.
So do you draw or paint?
Actually, I've gone into fine art, but I hated drawing. I don't know how it happened, but I used to draw well, but I hated drawing. So I don't know how that.
Hate is a
Just
strong word, though.
yeah, yeah. I don't like to draw. I don't like to draw. So I don't know how it just put it together. I accomplished it, but I after that when I used to the designs, it's usually computer animations and all that.
Okay, let's forget about drawing.
Okay.
Don't even talk about it. Sako, what is the most extreme action that you've taken in life?
Extreme action. Coming to a new country
Mm-hmm.
and starting a whole new life from zero. Nothing can be more extreme than that, in my opinion. It was very hard.
Mm-hmm.
So please, nobody tell me there's no work. Nobody tell me there's no money. Because, like me, I know a lot of people that have come. If you work hard and you don't say, oh, I'm just too tired today, or I don't know what, then you'll never get anywhere. Or if you're satisfied with what you're doing and you do that for life, that work, that you're sitting and you're doing whatever it is, you'll never get anywhere. So please, nobody tell me like the standard or something. No, I'm satisfied with my life, and I've done that from zero. The business I started with $0. I can say, okay, I've invested a lot now, but that came gradually. And as I said, I know a lot of people like me, so please, if you work hard enough in your life, you'll get somewhere.
I realize you just got angry
Yeah,
saying
that's
this.
what I was. Really?
Why? Why?
Stop doing it.
Because, like, I've heard a lot lately, like, there's no money, or, okay, but I've seen a lot of people, I've worked with a lot of people. I know, like, daily, I come into contact with 600-700 people a day. Uh, so when I work also with people, okay, I'm working, like, I'm giving them money to work. Okay, I don't, they don't accomplish the work, or halfway there, I don't know what happens, or the target when they tell me like 10 days, it goes on for 30 days. Okay, if you work like this, of course you can't work. Of course you're gonna say there's no business or something. So if you work right, like if you don't lie, let's say, if you give a word, if you give a promise with a specific price list, let's say you give a price and you don't increase the price and everything, so I think you'll be able to work and continue and have work. Provide service. Service is the main word here in Yerevan. Before, like 5 years ago when I came, I hardly saw any service. It's better now.
Right.
Really, it's like 50-60% better. Like I hardly saw any. Like I want to spend money. I used to go into a shop. I want to spend money. I say, okay, do you have this? They would say, it's over there. Like in Ettera. So
That
I'm like,
sounded Armenian.
yeah, yeah. I'm like,
It's over
okay,
there.
but please, like, I'm a customer. Can you give it to me? Like, I'm here to spend money. So the person sitting at their job position, they're not happy with their job, but that's not my problem. I mean, I'm here to spend money. That's it. So, but it's better now. Service is better
It's
and
getting
everything. Yeah.
better.
Why
for
do you
sure.
think it got better? What was the reason?
In my opinion, because there's a lot of contact with diasporan Armenians. Because it's the same as if like you're in a country and you travel abroad and you're in contact with the people abroad. You learn stuff from the other nation, the way they live, the way they do work, and everything. Same thing happened here. Domestic people who were living. Armenians, when they came from across, they brought the experience from abroad,
So
and they got into
integration.
contact with them, and that's how like
Cultural exchange.
yeah, which is good, which was a good.
Sako, is there something you would never forgive?
Never forgive. I would never forgive someone that would say, you came to my country and you stole my bread.
Oh wow.
That's very specific.
We have to kind of
Open
delve more here. You just opened that door, you know.
I opened that door. No, it's usually it's all good, but I've heard that a couple of times, which like it really hurts. Like, why me? Like, what did I do? I'm like, you had all the opportunities I did. Why didn't you work?
So how would you respond to someone saying that?
How would I respond to someone saying
How
that?
did you respond if
did
you
I
had
res-
this?
As I said, I'm like,
Experience.
it's not my problem if you're lazy. That's not my problem.
But.
So
Beep.
yeah, but
But
glutes.
Beep.
That's not my problem, man. You could have worked, and you had all the opportunities that I had. I didn't have anything extreme or anything super. Okay, when we came here, the diaspora ministry, they provided help, but I didn't receive any help. They provided microfinancing and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't receive any help, or like I did everything myself. And don't like when I came, I didn't have any white hair. I didn't have any white hair. So what I like, it really takes a lot of my energy. I'm not saying it's easy. It is very very hard, but every day I wake up, I say it's a new day. Like I go out with a positive aura, laughing and smiling, and when I'm talking to people, I'm transferring my positive aura. I'm getting a lot of negative back, and at the end of the day, even though I
at
haven't
the
worked
end of the
out,
day, he has white hair.
even I haven't worked out or trained, I go home like I'm dead. I'm dead from all that negativity.
But I have to mention this. You have Nanik.
Yeah, she
She
provides me a
is,
lot of
yeah,
She has tons of energy.
energy, positivity. Seriously, that counts a lot.
She's a positive bomb.
Yes, that is very
Sometimes, to
important.
tell you the truth, like I'm very resistant. Like, should I take this trip or not? Like sometimes I think a lot, and she's the one that just pushes me into it. And the same, like when I was gonna start this business, I came home. I'm like, I'm thinking about this business. Should I do it? And I looked at her, and she's like, "Yeah, go ahead." I'm like, "Okay." I turned my back, and I'm like,
Okay.
just that. Like, I need someone to confirm my idea. Like, if
You see, you told these other people, I had the same conditions you had, but you had Nanik. Some other people didn't.
We have to clone her.
Yeah.
You know?
well, it's their problem. They didn't find someone like that.
Ooh, wow, that's a
Yeah,
strong one.
Yeah, I'm a good hunter, maybe.
We should go on an advertisement break. No. Okay, no, we don't have an advertisement. Okay, let's keep it. Let's have the next question. Hurry up. What is love?
What is love?
Uh-huh.
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt.
Love is something like it's affection, it's respect, it's it's all the good in one word. Like it's unconditional bond to someone. Like you don't think about yourself. You think about the person you love. That's love. Like if you're not, whatever it happens, like you just want to give the best first to that person. Then you think about yourself
Putting that person first.
first always. The respect you have to give to that person. Like constant thinking, like everything in life or whatever you do, you have that X factor, which is that person or that love. It has to be in that equation always. That's love for me.
So what happens when that multiplies? Like now you have a daughter.
My daughter, yeah. I like when they say, okay. To be honest, I didn't like children. I'm that person that I'm not a children-friendly person. Like too much sound and everything really bothers me. Like now, my daughter, like when we teach our daughter also, like she's not a loud person. Like try to keep her down because as we don't like, if we want to go somewhere, we don't want like to bother other people. Also, like my child running all around screaming and not being uh, taught or so my daughter like before you have a child, they say once you have a child, you'll know
You will
what it means.
understand. Yeah.
Okay, they were telling me that, but I didn't know exactly what that meant until I really had my daughter, and like literally, I would die for her. I would say that like it happened a couple of times. Like maybe there was a car or something, and I would just like jump in front of the car or something. I don't even think. So it's something else. It's a different kind of love. That
It's interesting. Talking about jumping in front of cars, do you have any phobias?
yeah, I'm phobic to heights. I hate heights, and I went and I bought a house at 14th floor. I didn't know what was I thinking. So
Acrophobic.
yeah, I hate it. And always at home they make fun of me with the heights, but yeah, it's like when I used to go to the swimming pool, and they have the
Diving board.
boards, like a couple of meters high. I was standing there for like an hour trying to convince myself I'm gonna jump. So I jump. I don't know how I jump. I jump. I go out. I can't feel my legs from the fear. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna jump again to break it,
Wow.
and I couldn't do it. And that's it. I just can't. No
But
way.
you really faced that phobia.
I tried to face it,
Yes.
but nobody can face a phobia. I don't think that anybody could face a phobia. Phobia is just something different.
But there are people who
Yes.
work on their phobias. And some
Yeah,
even
but like
manage
if
to
I
overcome.
problem is like if I come to an edge which is high or something, I just get dizzy.
Hmm.
It's not only
On
phobia,
physical
it's physical
level.
something like maybe that fear. I don't know. So I don't know that glass bridge. I would never go on that glass bridge in China. They'd kill me. I wouldn't go on that. So I always have like when I was watch movies and how they come to the edge and they just jump to save their lives from something. I would die, and I would rather than jumping. I always thought about that. Something happens to me, I would die.
Okay.
Interesting.
Sako, do you have favorite Armenian dishes?
Favorite Armenian, considering it Armenian, because our cuisines they're usually Oriental. A lot of them came from Eastern Armenia, which is like mostly like mixed Turkish dishes.
Mm.
Armenian dishes. I really like. We call it sarma. You call it dolma.
Mm-hmm. Cabbage
That
leaves
finger like.
or green?
Huh?
I say potato,
Grape?
you say potato.
Grape
green
leaves?
green leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, green leaves. I like manta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Horvat khash mash no.
Khash
No,
mash.
So, what about local Armenian dishes?
He just said it. Chorovat,
He said
khash.
no. I want to know if he likes
Local
something.
Armenian dishes. There was this one dish. What was it?
Harissa.
Harissa's not local.
Not local.
No.
Girl.
What are you trying to tell me?
There's one dish I like, but I don't remember the name. Honestly.
Okay, never mind. Let's move
Nani, can you tell us what that is? just
on.
write a
just
comment.
write a comment under the live.
It was a steak. It's beef.
Oh, Nanik.
steaks.
Nanik has a comment for us, by the way. She says, girls, ha 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 ha. Okay, girls are laughing and sending you hugs, Nanik Jan.
Oh, okay. Sako, what has been your most valuable achievement till today, up to now?
I have a couple of achievements. Once someone told me, a very close person to mine, I'm not going to say who, you're a failure. And after that, I went and I became a valedictorian in my university.
Wow.
I graduated first place and I earned a free master's in Italy. After that, I had a very without working, like when you graduate bachelor's. Uh, Before you work, you have to go do they call it stagiaire, like under another engineer for like a couple of years, maybe.
Work experience.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I directly jumped into business, and I was successful. And by the way, my office in Aleppo is now the Armenian consulate there. After that, I came to Yerevan, and I also was successful in my business. So I have a couple of valuable achievements.
So do you want to say thank you to this person?
Yeah, I think that motivated my whole
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Till now, I tell that person, remember that thing? Because I could never forget that. And I remember, like, oh, come on, forget that now.
Maybe she did it on purpose.
No.
Even if not,
Because, like, you're a kid. Like, I was a kid. Okay, teenagers, they think a lot of stuff to do. Like, I lost my father when I was 11 years old. 11 years old without having someone to guide you. And you want to do business. Like, okay, I was studying at the same time I want to do work. I want to, like, you don't know what to do. You either, like, one day you come, you want to do this. Second day you come, you want to do this. So you cannot tell that person, okay, you're afraid, or it just happened like that. But thank you.
and thank you for this honesty moment. We have a small break and we'll come back with another 10 minutes because we're almost done. Stay tuned. This is Homesick at Home, and our guest is Sako, just a very pleasant man.
Attack, you're going to get a smart answer reply.
Yeah.
It's usually
Mine is a stronger combo. I'm
With?
half Antepti, half Musalerti.
Oh.
So it's like, whoo,
So
you
you
better get ready.
Musalerti, John, you should know that Harissa is local.
What about you and the goulash thing?
Goulash is something I'm just Googling right now. It's something really, really very, very mystic. We'll discuss it after the show.
Okay. We're not trying
Okay.
to change the subject. We
No,
should
we're
seriously think about this.
Okay, can we do it in our office? You know, at radio? No?
On the
But-
stage while I'm
With the
singing.
application.
Like, don't you have any free time? You do.
Look at us. Oh, wow.
So you do, but you're fall into the category of probably the lazy one. Or you don't have the enough
Lazy, not
motivation.
motivated.
You gave 3 reasons. I'm a combo of all 3.
Yeah.
I'm a
This is the
combination
second
of
combo.
all.
Okay, then I promise. Like, if you come, I will personally train you guys.
Okay.
For how long?
For free?
For how long?
Yeah, for free.
For how long? For how long?
Huh?
For how long?
As long as
For how long?
You said
can-
you don't do that.
As long as you can sustain.
You just said you don't do that.
I don't
Okay,
think-
Nanik, you heard that. Anybody else heard that?
Actually, a lot of people heard you say
Yeah.
that. They're gonna say, "Okay,
Look,
You're-
I do
you're-
train, but like
Specifically
I don't.
about 1,000 people now. Watching this.
well, we're kind of like celebrities, you know.
Yeah,
So,
so I train
special
celebrities.
treatment, you know." Yeah, no. I mean, nowadays, even people who don't really understand what this is, the gym and this health, the lifestyle, it's kind of like a trend these days. It has become a trend. Do you think that the majority of people are there for that, or how do you see the people that come join? What is it that they want? The reasons they're there?
For Armenia, 60 to 70% of the people come because it's a trend.
And they need to take
Abroad,
selfies. And
yeah.
I have a question. What do you think about these girls who come to gym with makeup and lips like this? With
don't forget, Nanik is
answer
listening.
that?
and
Can I not answer that?
Yeah,
No.
because they might be
Yeah,
listening.
we have a lot like that, but it's no problem. They're like they want to come to the gym like that. It's okay.
but isn't it bad for your skin if you if you do fitness with
You
a
know, what are you doing here?
really
What are you doing
big
here?
layer of makeup on your face?
Well, it's not only by doing fitness, but usually if you have that thick and that much,
Why
I think
did-
it's bad for you anyway. But
Why did you start blinking too
I
much?
don't know because I
With
get
this
white.
question.
So no, we have a lot like they like thick stuff. Abroad, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like they know, like when they come as a tourist, they need to go to the gym. Here it's a trend. Lately, it's not here only. Worldwide, it's a trend. I saw like fashion. They were doing the runway walks with models with leggings. The leggings they wear and in the gym. I mean, they had fashion for that.
So what
So
do you
it came to
think?
that point.
What do you think we need to change in our mentality to have this healthy lifestyle way of thinking?
You
Not-
only have 4 minutes to answer.
Yeah, not to just go to sports to lose weight and then okay, I'm done, but to make it a part of life. And
If you change the mentality, I don't know how you can change the mentality of that because, like, maybe in 1 month it's yoga, maybe another month it's Pilates, maybe another month it's gym, swimming a lot. So it's like a trend, but changing the lifestyle, I think if you like feel the difference in your body, if you look at it, you're gonna get motivated, and you're gonna be, as they say, gymaholic. You'll never leave the gym. That's how it
So-
happens.
maybe it's about people like you who promote this kind of lifestyle, who open this kind of more and more gyms and motivate people like us.
Problem is there are people like me and there are people opposite me. Like I have competitions which they don't know anything about this fitness and they just do harm to it. So it's the same. Like we're pushing people to this situation. And there are other people by giving the wrong diets and everything. They're just harming the people. So we're going both ways.
But do you think like a good way would be to have lectures in schools and universities, pre-educate people with this healthy lifestyle? I think this would be a good way to kind of.
You can pre-educate. You can do seminars. Lately, last year we brought a very important person from United States. In our business, he was like the top, as you say, like Arnold guy. same as like he was on the same stage, but he's Armenian. He came. My gym provided seminar. We invited all the gyms, everyone. Nobody came. So it's not about mentality. It's about like maybe sometimes you can call it jealousy. But I gave that. He's giving free information. Something that they'll never hear about in their lives, maybe. So
That's pretty sad.
We wouldn't want to end this show with this sad note, but we have 1 more minute, so I'll have ask this really fast question. What is the, and you have to answer with 1 word. What is the one? What do you like the most about Armenian people?
1 word, 1 word, 1 word.
9, 8, 7.
Goulash. Goulash.
No, it's food.
like how they hold your back if needed,
Support.
support your back if needed.
Way to go, Armenians.
1 call away, and you're supported. That's it.
Thank you, Sako. You just motivated us to come to gym, and I think
I need
We
a
should.
bit more motivation, though.
yeah.
As I said, I'm going
This
to
should be
personally train.
To be continued after the show. This was Homesick at Home, our English-speaking show, which is on air every Friday night from 9 to 10 p.m. We enjoyed you guys' company, and we enjoyed this chat tonight. See you next Friday. Have a peaceful weekend. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.